All right, we're going to be doing another nugget of knowledge today out of a book that I have read because I know not everyone has the time or the money to be constantly getting into Audible or the physical books. So I'm going to be introducing you to nuggets of knowledge out of these books that hopefully you just go buy the book, because I'm telling you, it's going to really make you a better person. The book that we're going to be going over today, and I'm only giving you one concept out of it, is Multipliers. If you have the opportunity, go buy this book. But we are going to talk about a concept in this book that helps you give away 51%. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you're listening to this, you're like, wow, this guy is insane. That doesn't make any sense, and he's stupid. But it's actually genius. And it's a leadership tactic or style, however you want to frame it, that really helps you get your people to hold themselves accountable and take ownership. What you do is you sit your person down and you say, all right, you know what? These are your responsibilities. And out of these responsibilities, I want you to know that I'm going to give you 51% of the vote concerning these things. Even you as the entrepreneur, you as the owner, you as the mom, you as the dad, you as the coach, whatever it is, you're only going to have 49%. And if you don't agree with the decision, the only thing that you can do is use your 49% to try to sway their decision. But if they make the decision, start supporting it, galvanize, and become one unit. Now, they're going to learn from their mistake if it's wrong, and they'll listen to you more the next time. Now, all of a sudden, you're building trust, you're building a culture, you're building a team. And that's what this is all about. We want to build a great team because together, everyone achieves more. I mean, everyone's heard that saying, but it's true. Whether you like it or not, it's true. Get everyone on the same page. So with this 51%, I want you to understand what that means. If you're going to give someone 51%, you're going to think very hard about what you're going to let them have 51% of the vote on, which means you're going to have to very clearly explain their responsibilities. Now, all of a sudden, communication has gone to another level. And I mean, that's what this is really all about. Teams communicating at a very high level. Because, I mean, you guys can do some exponentially more amazing things than any one person could do by themselves if you're a team communicating at a high level. So let's talk about normal leadership. Now, normal leadership, I'm going to illustrate this with a story of baseball. Okay, does everyone know what a full count is? Now, if you do, I'm going to explain it just really quick so that everybody can understand it. If you don't, here you go. A full count is when the batter is standing up at home plate and he has 2 strikes against him and he has 3 balls. Now, if you get 3 strikes, you are out. You are gone. You no longer have a chance to swing at the ball. Now, if you get 4 balls, you get to walk to first base. You get to just have a free base. But so often when the chips are stacked against us and things are going against us and the count is full, whoever is quote unquote in charge will step in and take the last swing. Now, all of a sudden, you have taken the power away from your employee or your teammate or whoever that was. But usually it was the wrong thing to do because they've been up there taking the swings. They understand the situation. They understand the pitcher. They understand everything about what's going on. And they actually do have the best possible chance to succeed at it. But because you get scared as a leader, you micromanage, you come in, you take their last swing, which cuts them down, and then they don't feel like they have any ownership in their own situation, let alone your company, let alone someone else's company, let alone anything that they are trying to get accomplished that they're a part of. They don't feel like they're a part of anything anymore when you take their last swing. So this is all about giving people power. Giving people accountability to where they can be empowered to hold themselves accountable because they're like, I have 51%. I can make this decision. And you know what? I have actually learned if you throw people in the deep end, more often than not, they'll actually surprise you. They will actually come through and do incredible things. People are way more amazing than anyone gives them credit for. But so often people are waiting to have a yardstick to measure themselves against. And that's what leadership is. So if you're scared to give up control and you're scared to give someone 51%, more often than not actually means that you're setting a bad example and you think that someone might do a better job than you. So understand that this is happening all around you. It can happen in your marriage. Like, for instance, I want to give 51% of the grocery buying power to my wife. Because if it's up to me, it's probably going to be ice cream, energy drinks, and some sort of thing that I can grill constantly. Well, you know what? That's not the most healthy thing I can do. So, I might have 49% of the vote. I need to use that to try to hopefully get some treats when she's at Safeway or King Soopers. But it's not going to be what I'm living on because she's smart enough to use her 51% to get us healthy, balanced meals. And that balance in your life is something that is very important. You have to give away 51% on the things that you know other people are better at. And you can try to push the envelope with your 49% or sway it, but give them that 51% because it's ultimately going to be a safety net for you. So just a quick rundown of how I apply this in my life. Because I kind of have that 30,000 foot top-down view of the company and I'm seeing a very big picture, I'm not doing a boots on the ground in the trenches very often. So people who need to manage those situations, people who are in direct control of those situations, people who are a part of all of these things that are happening day in and day out, I need to give them 51% of the vote. I can't tell them how to do their job because they can do their job better than I can tell them how to do their job. I can be a resource. I can use my 49% to say, hey, this is an idea that I had. Hey, have you approached it from this angle? Hey, have you done this? But at the end of the day, they are fighting that battle and I need to give them the tools to succeed. I need to make sure that they can make the decision. They can take ownership, they can take control, and they can make all of our company better. Now, it's not just situational, it's also knowledge-based. We live in a very expansive world these days. There's so many things that are rapidly changing. And also, when you have someone who's an expert at something, let them be an expert at it. If they know a bunch of stuff that you don't know, then give them 51% of the things that pertains to. But before you give that 51%, just as a disclaimer, make sure they are a proven part of your life and that you trust them with your life. Because at the end of the day, giving up control is a scary thing. I know it is. But the people who can give up that trust can get a lot of trust. And a company that can trust one another and has a team that can trust one another is going to just go light speed down the path to success. And it really starts with everybody feeling ownership and a part of something that is bigger than they are by themselves. Remember, inspiration is that sense of belonging to something greater than you are alone. Motivation is something that is that fuel and the thing that keeps you moving forward. You need to get it every single day. Motivation and inspiration are two different things. And you got to use them in tandem to really help your team. This has been the Final Percent Podcast. Thanks again for listening about this concept from the book Multipliers, talking about the 51%. So find those great people in your company, give them that 51%, and you will not regret it. You'll have more ownership of your market, your industry, whatever you've got going on than you ever thought possible because you gave away 51%.